The reason we had to lower it was because of stock issues. We had certain sizes that were running low and we couldn't risk going out of stock, because if we go out of stock on any of those children that are bringing in sales, it affects the entire parent. 21,000 surge volume. I was in the 71st spot, 44th, 55th, and it just went up to the first spot with no ads. Okay, so as everybody knows, I launched my own clothing brand about a year ago on Amazon, my own personal brand, and I've been putting out videos on the progress, documenting every month from day one exactly what I did. If you didn't see those videos, definitely check them out, very informative. But I want to look at the last 3 months, just a close-up view, and explain a little bit about what's going on, and also show something very interesting. So September 3rd to October 2nd, we did 80,000 in sales. We did 6,700 in profit, about 2,100 units sold. 700 of them were organic. The PPC units was about 1,400 PPC units. And for that month, we spent almost $18,000 on one item. And also our tacos was 22%, which is, normal, especially during a launch and, building phase. Our ACOS was healthy, 33%. Our margin was low. Our margin was about 8%. Not bad, especially during building phase, but we'll explain a little bit more. As you can see, the price stayed somewhat consistent. I did raise it towards the end, and I'll explain why. The next month, October 3rd to November 1st, we did $223,000 in sales on one listing, 22,000 in profit, almost 6,000 units. 2,500 of them were organic, and our PPC cost was almost $43,000. So I spent $43,000 in 1 month on one product. So that was fun, and it had a great impact. First of all, the ACOS stayed the same, very consistent. Tacos went down a little bit because the organic units improved, but we were just pushing hard, trying to build it up very, very strong. Like I say in all my videos, there's no point of having a weak listing. You want to have listings that are doing minimum $1 million. This listing looks like it's going to be a lot more than that. That was our second month, 223,000 in sales. Third month, almost $278,000 in sales from one product, 46,000 in profit. So the margin went up to 16.5%, which is great. Tacos went down to 11%. ACOS stayed the same. Our PPC started to go a little bit down. So we spent, almost 18,000, then 43,000, then 31,000 for this month. The reason we had to lower the ad spend, because I would have just kept building it stronger and stronger. The reason we had to lower it was because of stock issues. We had certain sizes that were running low and we couldn't risk going out of stock, because if we go out of stock on any of those children that are bringing in sales, it affects the entire parent, and very, very bad to even go low on stock. That affects so much things. That affects the ranking in other cities and states. That affects, it doesn't matter how many units you have, it matters how many days of supply you have in Amazon. So they'll spread it out throughout all different fulfillment centers. And like I've said in so many of my videos, people in California will see it 2-day shipping. People in New York will see, 4-day or 5-day shipping, and that affects the conversion rate in a very, very bad way. So we had to shut off the ads the next month. So the next month we did 0 ads, but we still managed to do $241,000 in sales. Again, this is just one listing, and the profit was great. Almost $77,000 in profit. We sold 6,000 units. Obviously, all of them were organic because there's no ads running, and we just built it up very, very strong. Margin is great. Couldn't be better margin. Now the stock is still low, so I had to actually raise the price a little bit, a few dollars, just to even it out. I don't want to have low stock. Also, I didn't want to be overstocked, so it's like a balancing act. You got to make sure that you have the perfect amount of units there, that you're not going to sell out, but also you're not going to slow down the sales too much. And the most interesting thing is if you look at, first of all, you can see over here, sponsored is 0, which is great. But if you look at my organic rank, so I haven't spent on ads in over a month. been about almost 6 weeks to be exact. But you can see over here, like this main keyword has 200,000 search volume. This is the very interesting part. So you can see over here, my rank just changed. You know, the difference from the previous position, it went up 8 spots. So you can see over here, like, look, this is my rank for the past almost 2 weeks. Again, 0 ads. I was in the 59th spot and I was low on stock. And as soon as more stock started to come into Amazon, they were showing faster delivery time and my conversion was going up and I was making more sales. So look at this. I started ranking back to the main position, you know, back in the top 10 for this main keyword. And it happened for this 200,000 search volume keyword. It happened for this 64,000 search volume keyword. It happened for this 50,000. Look, 50,000. Right now it just went down 2 spots. I was in the 4th. Now I'm in the 6th. But look where I was. It was in the 35th on December 20th. Again, I didn't run any ads the full month of December. So very interesting how you can just see, like, look at this. I just hit the #1 spot for this word, 21,000 search volume, and I was in the 71st spot, 44th, 55th, and it just went up to the 1st spot with no ads. So it just shows you that you don't need ads to regain your ranking. Obviously, if you don't have a strong ranking and you don't have a strong history and you didn't take advantage of the honeymoon period, you're going to need something. You're definitely going to need to spend to build it up. You saw how much I was spending in the beginning to build up this momentum. But it's just crazy that over a month of no ads, just getting more back in stock and my rank is improving. It's unbelievable. And you can look like over here. Now look. Over here, it's red. The only reason it's red is because the previous position was greater. Okay, so this is basically 15 days per column. So 15-15 is a month, 15-15 is a month. This is the past 2 months. You can see over here, these 2 weeks over here, $99,000 in sales. We spent $20,000 in 2 weeks on ads for this one product. And we did 2,600 units basically in those 2 weeks. And then the next 2 weeks, we did $180,000 in sales. We almost doubled our sales, but our PPC cost was cut in half from 20,000 to 11,000. Almost cut in half, but our sales almost doubled. So, you know, everything is organic. We're just building up more and more momentum. And then the following 2 weeks, 185,000 in sales and 4,600. I'm sorry, that's organic units. I'm crazy. It's all organic because there's no ads. 45 units total sold, everything organic. PPC cost is 0. And yeah, margin keeps going up. But the craziest thing is that, like, with no ads, our sales continued to go up. But then we started running into inventory issues. The sales were just, you know, growing too quickly because we were ranked organically. So obviously our sales started to go down. So, you know, these 2 weeks over here, we only did $56,000 in the past 2 weeks, which is not bad considering no PPC cost. But if we had enough stock, this number would have been basically the same as this or even greater because we're maintaining organic rank. We're maintaining organic rank, and it doesn't matter if we don't want to spend on ads because I just showed you right over here. We didn't spend on anything during this period, and the organic rank is going right back to where it was at our peak season. So it's just very, very interesting. A lot of people will say, like, it doesn't make sense. When I told people I was shutting off my ads, you know, all these gurus were like, okay, you know, we see after a few weeks that you'll lose all your organic rank, but it's not true. I've always been a huge believer in 2 things. First of all, I'm a very, very big believer in obviously organic rank. It's the #1 thing I talk about is how you have to make sure that you're ranked organically and you build up strong momentum. Again, I'm putting this publicly. I'm never planning on spending on this listing again. So you're going to see in the future videos when we're doing, you know, even bigger numbers that there's still no ad spend because that's it. I don't want Amazon to ever see me spend $1 on this listing, and there's really no need to. We have organic rank built up. We have lightning deals and 7-day deals in place. It's thank God the listing is ready to roll and to just become stronger and stronger. The more units we have, the more Amazon's going to sell, and just very interesting. Oh, and my second biggest thing is that you do not want to go wide with listings. I started, if you look at my previous, 2 videos that I put out where I just documented the whole process from day one, I started 2 listings. My new brand has only 2 listings, and I don't believe in having, that you need 20, 30 listings that are all doing mediocre numbers. I want to have listings that are doing, minimum. Like the worst case scenario should be $100,000 a month. And that's worst case. Like my second listing, which is not yet built up, that's doing about $150,000 a month in sales. And yeah, this listing, my goal really, and I think I'll look back at this and laugh one day that I thought so small, but my goal for this listing is that it'll be at least $500,000 in sales a month with 0 ads. So let's see. Let's look at the future. You could, you watch this. If this is in the past, you can always look at the new videos and see if I was right. But again, guys, make sure you focus on organic rank. Make sure you don't go crazy with so many styles unless you're really going to build them very, very strong. And I hope this video was helpful. If you guys have any questions, please reach out.